Hello, everybody. I'm going to continue uploading lots of little tidbits from Neville, some here and there, maybe of other people like Joseph Murphy and others, mostly Neville. So expect that to continue. Sometimes it'll be a real clip of Neville, sometimes it might be me reading it, and sometimes it might be, a voice that I put a written thing to, okay? So anyway, check the descriptions of all my videos. I am not one to try to sell coaching or anything like that. I'm not interested in that. But I do have merchandise out there. If you're ever interested in anything Neville related, check out some of the links in my descriptions. You'll find some things, maybe things like t-shirts, mugs, stickers. Check out some of those links. And also, I've got Amazon affiliate links, which costs you nothing extra. It helps to support the channel. If you ever want to buy any of the Neville stuff online in, like, say, ebook format, I use that. It's very handy to have on your phone all the time. So anyway, get that out of the way. I was online this morning, social media, in a group dedicated to, Neville Goddard stuff. And I'm always amazed at, people post things. They're literally consumed by the opposite of what they should be consumed with. They're focused and obsessed with everything that's wrong in their life. This particular person was posting basically saying how a sibling or something was had all the favor of their parents and has basically ruined their life, right? Ruined their life. This person ruined my life, even though this person's supposed to be them pushed out, right? Reflecting back, it's really reflecting back their own insecurities or self-hatred or self-loathing, which is the true cause of that, right? But they still don't get it. And then you look at the comments, and some of the comments are trying to explain this to the person, saying, "Look, you're expressing exactly, you're focused on exactly what you don't like, and then you're surprised that that's what you're getting back." But you always get the other comments of people saying things. Someone said something and said, "What goes around comes around." I mean, yeah, if that's what you're thinking, yeah. And they talk about someone else, a fellow sufferer, they understand how they feel. They've had similar experiences. The person said, "I learned to accept that life is not fair and also do not believe in karma anymore." Well, that's exactly what you're going to get. If you're going to sit there and join the pity party and reinforce all of the negative things that are going on in your life and keep giving power over to the people who are supposedly victimizing you, that's exactly what's going to keep happening as a pattern over and over and over again. So what you really need to do is go watch all my other Neville clips about taking your attention off that, about adhering to a strict mental diet, all that stuff that Neville preaches over and over again. There's a lot of people that just don't get it. They're drawn to this material, but they constantly fall into that rut of focusing on everything except what they need to be focusing on in order to change their circumstance, to change their experience. It never ceases to amaze me. Especially on social media, you got the people come in and say this stuff, and then you got a lot of the responses are the same kind of people who are just stuck in this rut of thinking that, everything out there, that there isn't out there, right? That there actually isn't out there, and that the out there, the people, things, entities, whatever, have some kind of power over you, that they can conspire against you, whether it's people, relatives, or even, evil corporations. That's another good one. Evil governments. That's another one. All of these entities out there have power over you. They fall into things like conspiracy theories and all of this stuff, which basically takes the power away from you and puts it on all these outside things that really don't really exist outside of your own imagination. So, you either believe this and accept this philosophy, or you don't. So, and sometimes you just fall into old patterns. I get that. Happens to all of us, happens to me too. But you need to pull yourself out of it. You need to pull yourself out of it and stop focusing on all that negative stuff and understand who you really are, accept who you really are, and see things for how they really are, which is not, how we used to think they were, which got us into this, right? In the first place. It got you into the mess that you're in, if you're in a mess. So I humbly suggest that you go and you, especially on my channel, I have over 400 videos. Over 400. I have several playlists. Go back into the Neville stuff. It's all there. I provide it all. I provide my own stuff. I provide all these clips. I try to make it, distill it down into easily digested pieces. And, that's really all you need to do. Fill your mind with that until you really start to really accept it and think this way. Even, when I'm out and about, I walk around. I have Neville on my phone. I have headphones, and I will, many times listen to Neville. It takes repetition, repetition in getting these things, these ideas into your subconscious. Sometimes it's just listening to it while you're doing other things, if you can. I mean, do it safely, of course, not when you're driving. But, when I'm, say, commuting in and out of New York City and stuff like that, and I have that time and I have the ability, while I'm walking around and, going through subway stations and walking through down city blocks and things like that, under the Brooklyn Bridge. Many times, especially in the afternoon on my way out, I've got Neville. To keep me company and listen to. And that's how I come across a lot of these clips, the ones that I share, the smaller clips, is because I remember them. After a while, you remember these things. You're like, sometimes I need to search through the different clips, audios that I have of him to be able to find maybe the right one that pops into my head. But it popped into my head because it got into my brain. It got into my subconscious from listening to them over and over and over again. I'm saying, I knew he said this somewhere. And sometimes it takes a little searching and I eventually find it. And then I share it with you all. And now I've gotten into the habit of saying where I got it from. So it's not a mystery when someone asks, where'd you get that clip? Where did it come from? What talk? What lecture? So anyway, I hope some of this helps. I hope I'm here to challenge you. I'm here to challenge you and hold your butt to the fire a little bit and say, get out of that old mode. Stop complaining. Stop feeling like you're a victim. There's nobody out there that's victimizing you. Whenever you have doubt, when your self-concept is low, things are created in your reality to basically, it's like a mirror, and to show that back to you, okay? In the form of other people, situations, corporations, whatever. So you just need to stop focusing on the problem and focus on the solution, right? Focus on the solution, which is your end place, your end game, where you want to be, the situation you want. You don't need to worry about the how. Don't worry about the how. That's a big mistake because that leads you down, basically opens up a can of worms and leads you down, off into the weeds, as they say. Don't worry about that. Just worry about, not worry, but concern yourself with the end game, with the ending scene of how you want everything to be. Focus on that. Don't focus on the other stuff. So keep true to the philosophy, mind your mental diet, and stop the pity party, especially with other people who are expressing this stuff. Because you fall in with that crowd and you feed off each other, you're never going to get out of it. It's like crabs in a bucket. One crab is about to climb out, they pull them back in. You don't want to be a crab in a bucket. Okay? So I hope this helps. Please like and subscribe. Again, check out my links for my merch. If you're interested in that sort of thing, I don't know, maybe if you're in another country from the U.S., or North America, maybe it doesn't apply to you. I don't know how they sell that stuff, but if you're interested, just check it out. And please check out my other videos. Check out my other stuff. I've got something on pretty much everything, and there's more coming all the time. So thanks for your support.